Hello and welcome back to the Road to Good Cooking. Today I'm making another one of my favorites, trail bologna. Now this is not that slimy stuff that we remember as a kid. This is fresh, homemade, good tasting bologna. Now let me show you how I made it, so let's sit back and enjoy. For this recipe I'm going to be using ground pork and ground beef. As before, I'm going to be using my LEM meat grinder with a fine grinding plate. For the sake of time, I already ground up my meat, and for this recipe I'm going to be using 2 pounds of ground beef and 3 pounds of the ground pork. Now you can use whatever meat combination you prefer, and either way it's going to be good. Just make sure you use 5 pounds of ground meat. For this recipe I'm going to be using the LEM Backwoods Trail Bologna Mix and the non-edible Fibrous casings. I'm going to be using the 1 1/2 inch non-edible fibrous casings, and they're about 12 inches long, and they're cured, so they are good to go. Non-edible fibrous casings are really easy to use, and they come 25 to the pack, and I buy these and I keep them on hand all the time because I make a lot of trail bologna and pepperoni. And the only thing you have to do is soak them in some warm water for about 30 minutes, and you soak them till they're nice and pliable. And what I end up doing is taking a plate and I put the plate on top of it so they'll stay completely submerged in the water. They come tied on one end, and then you just, put the other end on your stuffing tube and fill them up, and they are good to go after that. They're so easy to work with. I love working with non-fibrous casings. The LEM trail bologna mix comes with the right amount of curing seasoning. So being as I'm making 5 pounds of trail bologna, I use the entire package along with the curing seasoning, and I'm whisking it until it's well combined with 5 ounces of water, and it smells absolutely fabulous. I poured the seasoning mix into the meat, and I'm going to mix it until it's well combined. I'm going to take out a little bit of the meat and fry it up and taste it, and if I need to add anything else to it, I can do it at this point. Okay, here's my sample. Let me see what we got here. I love the coloring. Beautiful color. Taste. Oh, is that good? Savory. Just the right amount of spice, right amount of heat. Love it. I can see this on some pizza. I'm going to make some pizza and put it on there. And it's good with cheese and crackers. Just eat it all by itself. Super tasty. Super tasty. I've added my non-fibrous casings to the stuffing tube, and as you can see, it doesn't fit on there just right, so I have to hold it in place. And all I'm doing at this point is just filling it up until it expands like you see here, and just take your time and do this step. And here is my finished trail bologna. Doesn't it look beautiful? It has that beautiful caramel color. And normally when I make bologna or pepperoni, I put it in an ice water bath and let it cool off. But today the house is nice and cool, so I'm going to let it cool off at room temperature. And then from here, it's going to go into the refrigerator overnight. And this is the next day. I took my trail bologna out of the fridge and got them in vacuum sealed bags and got them all sealed up, ready to go. Now from here, they're going to go into the freezer until I'm ready to use them. I ended up with 6 rolls from 5 pounds of meat. Now, normally I end up with 5 rolls for 5 pounds of meat, but I stretched it a little bit because I wanted an extra roll for myself. So I didn't make the rolls as tight as I normally do, but that's okay. That's okay. And, I'll put them in the freezer, and when I get ready to cut them up, I will slice them up real thin, and they'll be good to go. I decided to keep mine out so I could make me some appetizers for lunch today and make some pizzas with this roll. And here it is. And I'm going to cut the end off, and what you do is just peel the paper off that non-edible casing. It just peels right off. Just like that. Oh, it smells heavenly. Now I'm going to slice me off one little piece, and I want to taste it because I did taste it. I fried it up, but I think it's going to taste even better after the slow roasting process. Oh yeah. It really did. It tastes much better after the roasting process. It really did. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. It really is good. I'm going to continue slicing it up and make me some appetizers for lunch. And this is a great recipe. It's so simple. You need 3 ingredients: pork, beef, and the seasoning. And, if you have a sausage stuffer, just stuff it like I did. If not, just roll it up and make it into rolls, or put it in a loaf pan and bake it. Either way, it's good. And here I'm putting it on some crackers. I'm going to put it in a broiler and melt my cheese, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. That way you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Oh yeah, gotta have a little libation. Wet the whistle. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope to see you again soon. There'll be a lot more sausage recipes I'll be uploading here in the weeks to come, and you are going to love all these recipes. They're so simple, and once you start making your own sausage, you will not want to go and buy that store-bought stuff ever again. I keep telling you that. You don't believe me, do you? Try making your own sausage and tell me if you're going to go back to buying store-bought sausage. Just saying. I'm just saying. Thank you so much for stopping by. Be blessed and keep on cooking.